Okay, so you said you knew are there were some mob guys in there too with that you did time with?
Yeah, there was a few mob guys that were doing state time. Jimmy Burke. There was some Mad Dog Sullivan that I was friends with, and a few others, but nobody would know who they are. But the biggest two were Jimmy Burke and Sullivan, Mad Dog Sullivan.
How was your interactions with them?
Well, they were with Mad Dog. It was a little better. Jimmy Burke really never talked. Jimmy Burke was a kind of a weird guy. He had certain people that he was around, but Jimmy Burke was very quiet. He would nod at you. That's what he used to do to say hello. But he never sat down with you and talked like Mad Dog Sullivan. He was a nice guy. He would sit down. He would talk to you, about what he did. He was ashamed of what he did, and I think later he got remorse because he had cancer, and he was trying to, I guess, come clean with his soul per se. But Mad Dog Sullivan was definitely a stand-up guy and a real likable guy, not only by the inmates but even by the guards. They really liked him. He didn't hold any punches, and he would talk to you like you and I. If he didn't like you, he would tell you to fuck off. He
Yeah.
was a good guy.
Damn. So you think like people like you said he got cancer, and he kind of wanted to clean the slate before he left and went on to
Right.
wherever, so
Yeah.
did you ever get any feelings like that? I mean, I know you got shot and stuff, but I mean, did you ever go
Well,
through
I'm
anything
gonna.
like that?
I wanted to die because I was in a hospital with a shit bag and a catheter, and I had half my insides torn apart. I had 13 operations. My colon, my spleen was gone. I had some problems, and what is left of you? You're essentially just a guy existing. So at one point, if I had a gun, I would have blown my brains out
Fuck.
because I wasn't going to live um, where I couldn't. I was just existing.
Yeah.
There was no quality of life whatsoever. But if there's a God and people believe in God, whatever happened to me, and I'm able to function like a normal human being, um, you know, I don't know. But I was at. I wish I would have died when they took me to the hospital because I wasn't gonna just exist and just sit on a couch all fucking day and change a shit bag and this, that, and the third. I wasn't going to do that. If I had a gun, I would have shot myself in the fucking head.
Damn, man. How long did it take you to recover?
I was in the hospital 60 days and almost a year. 6 months, they removed the catheter and the shit bag, and I was able to, have function and do what a normal person would do. And I
Mhm.
was okay. They didn't think that was going to happen. They told me, Danny, you better brace for the worst because we don't know if this is irreversible. And I said, well, it better be or I'll be dead. And they looked at me like I was nuts. And I was totally honest with them. If it don't work, I'll be dead. And
Damn.
I don't have a problem saying that because I would have did it. I would have put a gun under my mouth and I would have shot my brains out.
Damn. So
You
I
know,
mean,
Be-
oh, go ahead.
no. It is one of the. It's one of them things where quality of life is what I wanted, and if I couldn't have it, then I was not just going to exist.
Yeah. No, I mean it's crazy how sometimes you can get, they're telling you that you're not gonna make it or do da da da, but little do
Right.
you know, all that shit's in your head from what they're saying, and I mean you made a full recovery.
Exactly.
I mean, so
Exactly.
so to people out there, I mean, don't give up if they're going through something similar like that because
Exactly. You never
listen to
know.
Danny.
You never
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
So let's see. I'm also gonna ask you. Okay, so there was other Colombo guys like Larry Mazza, Greg Scarpa. You ever have any encounters with them or anything on the
No,
street?
not on the street. No, no. My uncle was friends with Greg Scarpa, and that's as far as it went with Greg Scarpa.
Okay. Any other encounters with any other families that?
Well, obviously I did. There was other guys and other families that I was friends with. We used to shoot the shit a lot. We used to have coffee a lot, but that's as far as it went. There's a respect and a rapport, and you don't go past that. I was friends with a guy by the name of Michael Bellino, that was also a member of the Colombo crime family, but he introduced me to other guys that were involved in the Lucchese crime family. I did some work with Patty Testa at one time, who was later on became a part of Lucchese crime family. But I mean, you gravitate toward guys, guys, your name gets passed around, and you sit and break bread with other made guys or associates at least, and you get to know who's who per se.
Right. Would you ever recommend this life to anyone?
Not at all. It's not a glamorous life. And again, it's not what you see in Goodfellas. It's not what you see in Casino. It's not what you see in a lot of these movies. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Some days you were dead broke. Some days you had $2,000 in your pocket. It wasn't every day. You can go 3 weeks and have nothing. So, it's not a glamorous life, And why do people do it? Because when you're on the street and that's all that's all you know. You don't know anything else. You don't know what it is to go wake up 6 o'clock in the morning, brush your teeth, comb your hair, take a shower, and go to work. That's a fallacy. You don't know what that's. I never knew. Work? What the fuck is that? I wasn't going to work. And so my point is this: if you want to be or do or have any association with that life, let me just tell you, you're going to fail, and you're going to fail miserably. The best thing for anybody to do is do the right thing, get a job, and do like every other person does. Gets up in the morning and works, and and supports your family. That's what the tough guy does today.
Yeah, that's true, man. I like that. So where can the people find your stuff, Danny?
Well, I have a Facebook page called This Thing of Ours Social Club, and we just talk about everyday mob stuff. I also have a podcast with Lee Cole that we're doing some good stuff in. And I know a lot of guys have a misconception about me. I'm a tough guy. I yell, I scream, I call people out. Yeah, it's disturbing. But sometimes when, you have a passion or you have buttons pushed, you say things that aren't politically correct or what other people want to hear. But by no means am I professing to be a gangster or a tough guy. I am who I am. I lived that life. I was around good people. And sometimes I say things I shouldn't. But it is what it is. But if you like to join or subscribe, please do. If you don't, please come by and watch anyway. But Adrian's a good guy. And if everybody likes this video, please subscribe to him. He's a great guy.
Thank you, Danny. The same thing for you, man. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate you taking out time and coming on my show, man.
Anytime, Adrian. Anytime, brother.
Thank you. Let me hit end on
here. Have a good day.
Well, what everyone think? He's got a really interesting story, right? Please comment a key takeaway that you got from this video. Hey, thanks for watching this clip. This clip came from one of my interviews I did in the past. Please hit subscribe if you want to get more clips like this. Also, if you want to watch the full interview, I'll put a link in the description. Or you can hit the button on the screen to watch the full interview.